I'm Marjan Norbertieva. I'm a junior student here, and my major is business management. And my motive colors are blue and yellow.
My name is Peyton Powell. I'm a junior here at Missouri Southern. I'm a business management major, and my Motive Matters color is blue.
Hey, I'm Rebecca Ross. I am a junior in International Business and Business Administration, and I am a blue.
My name is Christian Young. I'm a senior. I'm a finance and management major, and my Motive Matters color is white.
My name is Ben Self. I'm a sophomore. I'm doing industrial engineering technology. My primary color is blue.
I joined the Southern Leadership Academy because I saw it as an opportunity to get to know what was out there in the community. I've been here for a while and I really didn't know what was out there. I can use it to build my resume and build a network so I can get a better job after graduation.
I applied for Southern Leadership Academy mainly for networking and building my confidence and to build my leadership skills. That was the main reason why I joined.
The reason I decided to join is because I've always felt led to be a leader, and whether it's going to be in a business setting or life in general, I believe that I'm supposed to be led to inspire others, and I thought applying for Southern Leadership Academy would be a great opportunity for me to learn more about leadership in general and to create an avenue for networking for myself.
Initially, I applied to this program because I have really bad networking skills and it's very scary to communicate with people, and initially I didn't want to do it because it's a big step. It takes a lot of confidence, and I realized that I needed something like that. I needed to get out of my comfort zone and, take a challenge. Challenge is good, and I think the networking skills was mainly my biggest indicator that I needed to do this.
My favorite session was the healthcare session because when I first came to college, I was very interested in the manufacturing sector of business. And when we toured Modine Manufacturing, I understood that that was not something I wanted to do because to me, it was the same process that I'd go through and I'd work on every single day. Make sure the same thing is going the exact same way that it was the day previously. In the healthcare sector, after we talked to the COO and toured Mercy, I got to understand that this is all about relationships, getting to know people and helping people. And it's all about the physician-patient relationship. And as my job as a COO or even just a manager of that hospital, it's making sure that that relationship is top priority and that the patients always have access to the physicians and the physicians have the most time available to work with and help with those patients. And that's one thing that I love is I'm a very relational guy and I want to get to know people, understand where they're coming from, and do everything I can to help them.
My favorite session was Small Business and Entrepreneurship Day. Really getting to go out and see other businesses that have started small and really become successful has helped me a lot because I have an interest in running my own business as well. If the one person I can think of is Josh Long with Forged Water Jet. He really was inspiring to me because him and his wife work as a duo to make their business happen, and that's kind of what I want to incorporate in my own life. So I thought that was really an awesome example, and I loved hearing his experience as well.
My favorite session was the small business. Images and Tile was one of the places I like best. Learn about how the business got started, learn about the programs and the software they had, and just learn all how it got started. It was really neat to see.
My favorite session that we had was the not-for-profit business sessions, mainly because it had never occurred to me that my majors would be so relevant in the not-for-profit businesses. I'm very passionate about human resources, and until we actually went and met with the business people involved in the not-for-profit companies, I didn't realize that human resources were still relevant.
I would have to say my favorite session was the Marketing, Media, and Advertising Day. You wouldn't think that because I'm an industrial engineer major, but those are things that I don't deal with every day. Those are things I got to learn on the tours that we went on. So on that day, we got to tour Ramsey Media, and we got to learn how they use Google to identify people and what they search so they can market to them. We also learned from Zimmer Radio how they choose the demographics for their listeners. And we got to talk with each of those companies and learn about their failures and their successes. and they gave us advice. Storm Stanley gave us advice on what he would do if he was in our position today as a college student.
Honestly, every session that we went with other group mates, it was amazing. It was great. I learned different types. I don't have a particularly favorite one because in each session, as a future leader, I learned something new for myself. I learned what's going on in the community, what's happening. Joplin is a small community, but when I learned it, I was like, wow, this is eye-opening, different ideas, you know. This is amazing how programs actually change, like different types of programs, and they're not just working in Joplin or Missouri, they're working United States and internationally, worldwide.
I think my biggest takeaway is that businesses always say they're about relationships and about people. Didn't used to believe it, and I still don't believe it for some businesses, but it's nice to see that there are a lot of industries where human beings are really valued and it's not just number crunching. Gave me a little bit of hope.
I think the biggest thing I'm going to take away from the Southern Leadership Academy is that it doesn't matter if the person's a CEO or the first person you're greeting when you come through the door. People are people, and they're all there to help you. And if all you gotta do is put yourself out there, ask for help, they've all been in your shoes, they know how it feels, and if you just understand where other people are coming from and ask for help, everybody's willing to help you.
Oh, for me, it would have to be the camaraderie that I and all the other group members within SLA have shared with each other. Like, so just like every week we're sharing it with our ideas, our plans, and like passions with each other. And for a group of people that barely have known each other for like a couple of months, coming together and deciding, hey, let's get a karaoke machine for Children's Haven so the kids can have a new karaoke machine. It's just like, you don't meet many people who are willing to do that, and that was just a great experience to like bring that machine to Children's Haven and see that little boy open it up and just seeing his reaction. That was just like very rewarding, and to be a part of a group who's so caring to do something like that.
Southern Leadership Academy has given me the confidence to get out of my comfort zone, which has been a huge struggle for me my whole life. I worry about, what will other people think? Do I come across as, an intelligent person? And I think that it helps me learn how to communicate with people and how to network better to get my point across.
What had the most impact on me was Motive Matters training. I really got to understand myself better, and I feel like now I can communicate better with others and understand them, which is really important to me because I am a blue, and it really just changed my perspective on how to handle specific situations when dealing with varying individuals.
So the reason someone else should take the time to join Southern Leadership Academy is just because they'll really learn the value of their degree. We've seen from these people in different businesses how they have different routes to get to their position. Their degree may not necessarily be exactly what they thought. They would use it in the business setting. They learn different aspects of the business, and maybe they find a passion that's outside of their degree even.
I would say that other students should consider joining Southern Leadership Academy because it's an experience that they won't have any other time in their life. We get a planned trip to go to different companies to talk with them and to ask questions with them, with CEOs, with managers, with engineers. You can't just walk into a company and ask people questions like that. We get an inside track to do that, and we get to do it at a fast pace. In one semester, we've networked with over 50 individuals, and that's not something that you're going to be able to do anywhere else.
I think all Missouri Southern students should invest in Southern Leadership Academy. The relationships that I've formed has been invaluable. The leadership skills and communication skills that I've acquired that have impacted me not only in my personal life but also my professional life. And the Motive Matters training that I have received has just been it's been amazing. I learned a lot of things about myself that I didn't previously realize. I was nervous when I first decided to apply for Southern Leadership Academy because I'm so much older than a traditional student. From the first day that we came in for the Motive Matters training, I learned that all my concerns were completely unfounded. I have made lifelong relationships with the members of the Leadership Academy, and I am so very grateful that I followed through and applied, and I hope everybody else chooses to do so.
I would say to a student why he or she should get involved to SLA. It is a different world. It's a different world of opportunities. It's like how I imagine, and I already told to my friends too. I already recommended a couple of my friends. What I do is, you just walk in to the new house, and that this is a house of doors, that a lot of opportunities around you. Or you get into the library and there's books. Just imagine those books are the opportunities. This is the program how I see it. Because through this program I met a lot of people, a lot of networking, a lot of great individuals, a lot of great people who are actually role models. And working with them and talking to them, it's just inspiring you, and it helps you. And this program also can anybody get in. Like the person who doesn't know what he or she wants in the future, this program can give them ideas. Or the person who wants to do what he or she wants to do it, they can find out and say like, okay, this could be my first step, this is my second step, this is my third step, and it's just for everybody.
So I believe you can psychoanalyze a giraffe. You see, if it has its tie up here, it's gonna be a good day. They had a good night's rest, everything's good in the fan. And then if it's down here, that's like, it's gonna be a casual day. I'm tired. When the giraffe shows up to work, the boss is like, oh, Johnny the giraffe's got his tie down there. I'm not gonna expect much from him today.
I think I would say here.
Is he in the bottom?
Yes.
Why do you think so?
I mean, they have a long neck.
While the necktie up higher on the giraffe looks a little slightly more business-like, more professional, if I was a giraffe, I'd be wearing it more so down on the neck. Because that way, if he's ever leaning over to do work, it doesn't get in the way, and it's kind of down there in a relaxed position.
To me, that was really an eye-opener. Okay.
Why did you join Southern Leadership Academy?
Because I can. I'm just kidding.
I just fell off my train of thought.
My name is Maria Howe. I'm an environmental and oh no. This is so stressful. I'm sorry.
Oh, I did it again. I got quit doing that, yeah.
I screwed up again.
It's fine. It's fine.
And my motive colors are blue and red. Blue and yellow.
It's fine.
I'm trying too hard with it.
My favorite session was Healthcare Industry Week. My favorite session was Healthcare Industry Week.
You Kofi, that sounded really stupid, I know.
It's all right.
I've got it all written out, no.
It's fine. It's fine.
This is my junior year, and my Motive Matters color code is white.
And it's also helped me learn more about them and everything.
Hey,
I
it's
think
okay.
I'm getting.
Hey, Austin.
Better perspective. Okay, hold on.
Let's talk.
Because
Leaders, the way they lead everything. Can I start again?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. What else am I supposed to say?
So we have a lot of fun at Southern Leadership Academy.
Oh boy.
A lot of times we joke about Alex and his driving. Sometimes he gets a little crazy on those turns, especially the roundabouts. And then there's Sherry. She's pretty fun, but sometimes she treats us like her kids. She's got that mom mentality, and so we like to joke with her. And Shakira, she loves learning all these little facts, and we joke about her with that stuff. And when something awkward happens, she just goes, and then it like runs off. So it's a fun time. We have a good time at Southern Leadership Academy.
Did we do it?
Did we do it?
Sweet.